This is Sheeba with the 20th edition of Lockdown Mantra. Before we realized it, we are racing to the end of the first term. For us teachers, it's been an unforgettable term of navigating through Google tools and reinventing our teaching styles to keep our children glued onto the screens while trying to keep our own eyes open as we teach. But we made it. And so have the children and their entire family, inclusive of grandparents and pets. The chapter that I'm now teaching in English is on our hockey legend, Dhyan Chand. I teach 10-year-olds and usually draw comparisons to their daily lives to make difficult topics relatable. Since I'm not in any way a sports star or have anyone in our locality for comparison, I somehow found myself relating the characteristics of Dhoni to Dhyan Chand. I know you will say, no way. Well, hear me out. Dhyan and Dhoni came from very humble backgrounds, and that was one of the main reasons why they were so grounded in life. Both of them accidentally entered the sport that would eventually bring them fame. If it was wrestling for Dhyan Chand, it was football for Dhoni. But whatever they chose, they were passionate about it. Practice, practice, and practice was their mantra, which left spectators awestruck with their magical performance on the field. I am not a cricket buff, but I can understand the game at the basic level. I think I started watching cricket when my brother started following the game. But the only time I ever watched the game without walking around aimlessly was when Dhoni was playing. Somehow, he gave his viewers the feeling that if you don't watch the screen, you will be stumped like the batsman. For me, what appealed more than his cricketing style or skill was his persona. He was a fun, free spirited player when he was just a member of the team. But once he stepped into the shoes of the captain, you really got to know the leadership qualities. He backed his team through ups and downs, taking the highs and lows with a cool head. People were quoting the statistics of his cricketing career the day he retired. But for me, there was something more than that, which cannot be statistically quoted. In 1992, as a college student, I was watching the finals of the World Cup with my family. At the end of the game, the words of the winning captain was so odd that it is etched forever in my mind. He said, I am proud that in the twilight of my career, I finally managed to win the World Cup. I was stunned. How could he say something like that? It was as if the final or the preceding matches was just a one man show and none of his teammates' contributions mattered. Our cool captain is completely different. If you check the visuals of any game that the team has won under his captaincy, you will find him collecting the trophy and passing it to his boys. While they jump and laugh in celebration, Mahi is nowhere to be seen where the flashlights are busy clicking. Even in the photo shoot after the prize distribution, you will see him at one end and letting his boys soak up the central position. For him, the wicket that he pulled up from the pitch at the end of the match was more precious. When India won the World Cup in 2011, the attention and adulation was given to another sporting legend, Sachin Tendulkar. So when I read the lines in the lesson on what Dhyan Chand had said, hockey is a game of 11 players, not of one individual, I just, by default, draw comparisons between the two captains. There is another passage in the text. Dhyan Chand played with excellent team spirit. He respected his teammates. Even though he was talented, he never boasted or showed off. That brings me to think of another thing I admired about our captain. He let each player in his team be their natural self. In the world we live, we always have to mask our true self to be accepted by others. But Dhoni seemed to let his teammates be themselves to draw the best out of them. That one factor played a major role in letting our own Srishant spew fire in the T20 semi-finals and paving the way for victory. Another character mentioned about Dhyan Chand was that he was a great sportsman who had the will to win but never lost his temper on the field. This trait is also seen in Dhoni, which earned him the title Cool Captain. The opening sentence in Dhyan Chand's autobiography reads, "I am a common man and then a soldier." Their humble beginnings in life certainly made them grounded to their roots, to the needs of the people around them, and make every child in the nooks and corners of our country feel that one day they too can make it to the big stage, and their stories will also be told. From all the people who love and admire him, from Chacha Bashir to a cricket fool like me, our greatest salutations to a man who has made cricket something more than just a passion. Your leadership is something the world needs to learn and imbibe. Thank you for creating all the tense, wonderful, amazing, and crazy memories. Adieu, Mahi. You will forever be in our hearts.
Never won a World Cup in the last 28 years. Wankhede Stadium. Mahendra Singh Dhoni on strike.
That's huge. That is a biggie. It's out of here.
Ravi, I'm backing this one. I think this is one of the biggest. Into orbit. Even bringing smoke in the clouds, this. Off the bat, it's still in the air. We've lost it. There it is.
Absolutely magnificent. Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. After 28 years, the parties start in the dressing room. And it's an Indian captain who's been absolutely magnificent in the night of the final.
Well, he's demolished it. He really has. 91 from 79 deliveries. MS Dhoni, 8 fours, 2 sixes. Look at the scenes here. Great joy.